Hello, my name is Beatrix. I'm one of the complementary therapists at St Michael's Hospice in Hereford. This is one in a series of short videos that I'm going to be doing every Friday during the lockdown period. Each week I like to have a theme, and today I feel sluggish, so the aim or theme behind today's video is to just wake us up a little bit. I'm going to be showing a whole load of exercises. If any of the exercises cause you any pain, do them less. If they still cause you pain, don't do them and wait till the next exercise. Nothing I show you should be uncomfortable. Ideally, it's fun and possibly pleasant. So we're going to do the exercises seated, and ideally when you're seated you have your feet firmly touching the ground. If your feet don't touch the ground, you might need to wriggle forward in your chair or put a pillow under your feet. I have short legs, I need a pillow. If you need back support, again, use a pillow. So having got a very comfy position, I'd like to first of all just take a moment to notice how you are right now, so that we can see if these exercises we do did any good, made any difference. So if we could just take a moment, settle down in our chair and gently shut our eyes. Turn our gaze inwards and just notice how we are right now. How do we feel, both emotionally and physically? Now, having made a mental note of that, we can start to begin. So the first exercise is going to be with the head. We're going to work our way through the body. And I'm just going to move my head from side to side as if I'm saying no. And then gently, while saying no, tilt my head upwards. And then downwards. And this just brings a little movement up again between the vertebrae of the neck. And we can speed that up if we want to. And then come to stillness. Or come to a different wriggle. So we're still wriggling our necks, but this is a bit more free form. So just wriggling your neck, however your neck wriggles. Exploring the movement. Getting the circulation going, waking up those joints. And then give your head a shake. Oof, and come to stillness. If you have any balance issues, it might take you a while to come to stillness with that exercise. And then we're going to do the same thing on the shoulders. So we'll just start with a shoulder roll. And then we can do one shoulder after the other. And just generally wriggling our shoulders. Just allowing our upper body to come into it. We can shake our shoulders if we want. Just generally bringing movement. We can move our necks at the same time if we want. Yeah, just encouraging a circulation in that area and movement within the joints. And then we can start moving our arms, so we can wave them around in the air, do backstroke, stretch them up, stretch them out, stretch them down, and then bring some movement to our elbows as best we can. However our elbows want to move, our wrists, our fingers. We could imagine that we're flamenco dancers. But just getting the movement. Then give your arms a good shake, your shoulders a good shake, give your whole upper body a shimmy. So get everything moving. And we move down. And we're just going to wiggle our spines. So obviously the shoulder has to move to wiggle the spine. We can wiggle our hips, so it's rocking, bending from one side to the other. Wriggling about, wriggling our head, just getting that whole of our upper body moving. Shimmy, shake, whatever you need to do, just to stimulate our body. And then gently bring that to stop, and we can just wriggle our bottoms on our chairs, just to get them moving. And moving down to the thighs, so you can't see my legs, but we can bounce our thighs. You can imagine my thighs are going up and down. Just to get the thigh muscles awake. You can bang them if you want. And And then we're going to move our legs. So I'm lifting one leg up and I'm wriggling the foot. And I'm straightening and bending the leg, and wriggling the foot. And same with the other side. I can straighten and bend the leg a few times, wriggle the foot, wriggle the toes, and then possibly even shake one leg and shake the other leg. Just getting everything moving. So just wriggle my whole body as best as I can, and then just come to stillness. So having wriggled everything, I'd like you just to, again, gently notice how you feel. So shutting your eyes, turning your gaze inwards, just thinking, how do I feel right now? So for me, my body is buzzy. It's more alive. I can feel my heart pumping, the blood rushing around, much more so than before I did the exercises. And then we gently open our eyes and we can take that a step further. So we're now going to move into some gentle banging movements to stimulate. So we're going to start with our fingertips on our head, so starting at the top again, and just gently banging our skull with our fingertips if we can reach. Don't worry if you can't reach, just watch me. Just to get the blood circulating to the brain, wake myself up. So I'm leaning my head forward a bit and I'm really banging the point where my skull meets my neck. I'm giving that a really good bang. And then I can work down to my neck. And I'm going to just turn my hands into soft fists. Again, we're being really gentle. I'm just gently banging my neck to wake it up. I'm going to cross my arm over and bang the shoulder if I can. If you can't do that, you can support your elbow with your other arm, or you can just bang the front of the chest. So then I'm going to bang down the outside of my other arm and up the inside of the arm. And across the chest and do the same thing on the other side. Down the outside of the arm, up the inside of the arm. And also bang the shoulder. Here we can do our Tarzan impression. And then wake our chest up. And then very gently banging on our tummy. Don't do this if you have sore parts. If this hurts, don't do it at all. But it's a nice way just to wake everything up. And then you can move round to my back if you can reach your back. So I have a pillow in the way as well. You might want to move your pillow for this. Just gently banging your lower back or as high up as you can reach, and then round your hips. That's a bit easier to get to. Down the outside of your thighs, and then just down your legs as far as you can go. And then up the inside of your legs. Just go one more time down the outside and up the inside. You can just give your knees a good rub, because we can, on the whole, reach our knees just to get the circulation going. And then we just stop. And again, just shutting our eyes and reflecting. How do I feel now that I've done lots of banging? What's my body doing? What are the sensations? And for me, I feel even more buzzy and alive than I did when I first started. And then I gently open my eyes. Now I feel quite alive and quite buzzy, which is good, but I'd also like to be grounded and calm. So I don't want to be hyper all day. So we're now going to just calm everything down. Calm our body down now that we've woken it up. I'm going to start by rubbing our hands together just to bring some heat between our two hands. Now, if you have cold hands, this will take longer. If you have warm hands like me, my hands are already hot. So I'm just going to place my hands over my eyes. Take a few breaths in and out and just welcome the heat into my eyes. And then gently allow my hands to come up and just to sweep over my head, gently calming my head down. And then crossing over and gently stroking down the outside of my arm and up the inside. Really slowly and calmly across my chest, then swapping over, stroking down the outside of my other arm, up the inside and across my chest. Down my front, then going as far back as I can reach and gently stroking down over my hips, down my thighs, down my legs as far as I can comfortably go, up my inner thighs and inner legs. And there we go. So, just gently reflecting again how we feel, shutting our eyes, turning our gaze inwards, noticing. And we're going to do one more exercise. So maybe just to lean one side. And just feel the weight sinking down that side. Feel the extra pressure on that bottom and that thigh. Just imagine all your weight is draining down through your body into the ground, grounding you, feeling that pull and just grounding you into the ground, connecting you to the earth. And then gently rocking to the other side. And again, just feeling the weight firmer on that side, on that buttock, on that thigh, pulling through your body down, through the chair, through the ground, again grounding you. And then we can just rock back into the middle, just rocking from side to side until you find this point where you're neither more one side nor the other, but still feeling that sense of your weight grounding you. You can lean forwards, just feeling the weight being pulled through the front of your body, down through your legs, into the earth, and then backwards, and the same process, just feeling the weight being pulled through your back, down through your chair into the ground. And then just moving around in the centre until you find a point where you're neither more one side or the other, not more forward than back, and your weight is really central. And you can imagine that as the weight goes down into the earth, and you're grounded down into the earth, imagine you're being pulled up from the top of your head, connected up, and you hang loosely and gently, sitting in the centre of your body, relaxed but energized. And at this point, again, just one more, just looking inward, so shutting your eyes and just noticing how it feels to sit in your centre, relaxed but alert, ready to face the day. So I hope that has set you up for a good day where you can cope with anything that the world throws at you, invigorated but calmed down as well. I will be posting another video next week. I look forward to it.